In this video, I'm just going to explain about the hotel overbooking model. In this, I will implement the spreadsheet modeling and do analysis of this. So just starting with, I'm just going to open this file in which we have some information ready. So this is the hotel booking model and data is available. There are number of rooms available and price per room is 120 and overbooking cost will be 100. So what is overbooking cost? Means if there is overbooking more than like 300 rooms, it means rooms are not available, but even then we have booked. So for making an arrangement for those clients, so that will be overbooking cost. So that is already given. Now, uh, what we require and find the number of reservation to accept to efficiently fill capacity, knowing that some customer may not use their reservation. It means some customer can cancel their reservation as well. And the common practice in these industries is to overbook a reservation. Yes, there will be overbook reservation because we know that there may be some cancellation, maybe 5 or 6, and when more customers arrive than can be handled, the business usually incurs some cost to satisfy, which is $100. Therefore, the decision become how much to overbook to balance the cost of overbooking against the lost revenue for underuse. Right? So there, every hotel want to utilize the maximum capacity. So that's why these kind of scenarios comes in the real life. Now, first of all, we want to calculate how many customers that were arrived. So in this case, that what I want, we know that there were 300 rooms and the price and overbooking cost is given 310. That was the reservation limit, maximum limit. Means more than this we cannot book. So reservation made, right? So this is how much reservation is made. For example, let's say if enter the customer demand, so customer demand is, let's say, 312, and we want to calculate minimum between these two, that reservation limit and customer demanded. So definitely that we will come to know that reservation made is 310 because 312 clients were called for the reservation, but as per the maximum capacity set, that the 310, so that we have used this formula minimum from these two, so that will be 310. So 310 was the reservation made. Now that how many the cancellation were there, so they have cancelled the sixth one, and how many customers were arrived. So 310, that was reservation was made and customer arrived, that is minus 6, means 304 customers were arrived. Now 304 customers arrived, but we were having 300 rooms. Overbooking customers. So it means 304 minus 300. It means 4 were overbooked customers. Definitely it will cost $100. Now we want to calculate the net revenue. So how we can calculate? So first of all, that what do we want? We just want to use this model. That in this model that I have made a solution of this. So look at this. According to this solution, we have some criteria over here. Then how we can calculate? Look at this. Now what we want? So we want the minimum of these two. So first of all, that minimum of B15. So B15 we have here 304 and B5. So B5 is 100. So 304 or 300, minimum of these two. Why? Because the customer arrived at 304, but we cannot handle, right? So the reservation rooms were there 300. If you want to see the revenue, so revenue will be based upon the minimum of these two, means that 300, or if it is less than 300, then we can calculate like this. So the first is minimum of 304 which were customer arrived or actually that room available, multiply by what is the price for this, right? 120. So this is what we have, minus we will deduct what we will deduct, we will deduct b6. So what is the b6 here? So b6 here is the 120, that is the multiply here, and we will subtract from this revenue. So b17 into b7, what is that? So b17 here is that we have overbooked. So for client were overbooked, that costing will be $100. This is overbooking cost. So when we press enter, we will find a zero here. Oh, 35,600. We find 35,600. So this is what? This is the profit, right? So this is the profit that we have made. If in case that reservation limit is 310, if it's case that we have booked reservation made 310 between these two, now if the demand is less, let's say if demand is 280, right, for example, then the profit will go down. So overbooked customer minus 23, so it means no one has overbooked in this case, so the revenue will be less. Now customer demanded, let's say is 301, let's say, then it means that we were having capacity, room capacity to uh, that is 300 or 300 rooms. This was the total capacity, and the reservation were made in this case 301. So it means that if the cancellation is 6, even if cancellation is 6, so what does it mean? From the 301 minus 6 is the 295. So 295 the customer were arrived. Overbooked? No, any overbooked. Actually this was underbooked, right? So there will not be any cost charge here, right? So the net revenue will be $35,000. So this is the model which is really good and useful in case of hotel industry. We want to know about how many rooms that we should reserve and what will be the cost for the overbooking as well. So let's go with the same data which we were having. So 310, and let's say it's a 312 that the customer demanded, right? So if demanded, then cancellation was there. If the cancellation 6 is there, let's say the cancellation 9 cancellation is done, then accordingly we can do that, right? So that will be 35,600. If there is, let's say, 15 cancellation, and accordingly that $35,000 will be the profit. If it is 20 cancellation, then accordingly there will be a profit, that will be underbooked, right, instead of overbooked. So here in this case cancellation, if it is 6, then there will be 35,600.